All right. What's good, people? What's poppin'? What's the deal? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. Man, so today, look, I'm going to be talking about 3 ways to tell if a chick is playing games with you. Okay, because, you know, through all the years of me hollering at all these chicks, dealing with a whole bunch of chicks, and going through the annoyance and frustration of fucking with girls that's playing games, wasting time, I want you to make sure that you are not doing this. What up, Trav, Carlos, Dallas was good, Real Deal was going on, Cobb, C. Brad, Successful, Fab, 85 was popping, Milestone was good, Darrell was good. Remember, guys, get How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, the ebook, hard copy, or the audiobook. We got it all. Man, Successful, you said for me to go to sleep. I can't, son. I can't go to sleep, son. I gotta do this, yo. I got to, man. I have to. I must. You feel me? But I be tired as hell though. I ain't gonna front. But what's up, Anthony? What's good? Kelly, what's good? Caesar, what's good? What's going on? So real quick, you know, before people start calling in and all that, and you know, making that happen, because I want to, you know, people to call in so we can get some calls. But real quick, I wanted to talk about 3 ways to tell. You're welcome, Anthony. 3 ways to tell if a chick is playing games with you. Right? Now, one of the ways is this. Is when you're talking to a girl and you're trying to actually set something up with her, or you're trying to move the conversation forward to set something up, and she's taking the conversation or trying to take the conversation in different directions, or she's not going along with the conversation thread. So for example, this can be in person or it can be online. So let's say, for example, you're talking to a girl and you just have a little small talk or whatever, and then you say something like, hey, you know, what are you doing this weekend? Right? And what she knows, she senses that you're trying to set something up. She senses that you're trying to, go for the number. Now, women are very good at this with online dating. You understand? They do this also in person, but they're very good at in online dating to sort of try to move the conversation in different directions. So let's say you say to a woman, hey, what you doing this Friday or this weekend? And let's say she's on an online site. She might respond with something totally different that has nothing to do with what you just asked her. So you say, hey, what's going on with, what are you up to? And then she'll reply with something like, so, what part of the city are you from? Right? And you're like, I just asked you what's up for Friday, and you're asking me about the goddamn city. Now, the thing is, a lot of women, what they'll do is they know you're trying to, set something up with them. They know that you're trying to actually, set a date. But sometimes what women will do is they'll try to fill you out. So let's say you're on an online dating site. They're trying to fill you out before they commit to actually going out with you. So this is why instead of answering the question of, hey, what are you doing Friday? Because she knows it's going to lead to a date. What she's going to do is she's going to try to navigate the conversation somewhere else. Instead of just, responding to that and then asking you other stuff later, she's going to try to navigate the shit to some other thing. Right? So sometimes they'll do that because they're trying to sort of fill you out. But also, too, they're sometimes also playing games because sometimes some of these girls, especially on the online thing, they're not... some of them might not even be really there to meet up with you. They're just there to have conversation. They just like the fact you're talking back and forth with them, and they will, do that type of shit. You understand? They'll even do this in person. If you are talking to a woman in person, and let's say you're trying to flirt with her or whatever, and what happens is that this girl you're flirting with or whatever, she might have a boyfriend, Or she might not even be that interested in you, but she likes that you're talking to her. So when you're having a conversation and let's say you're trying to close the deal, right? You'd be like, yeah, so, we should exchange numbers and get together. And then she'll be like, oh, I'm not really I'm kind of busy, I'm trying to focus on school. And then she'll try to sometimes even change the subject. So she'll be like, yeah, I'm focusing on school, but, what are you doing this weekend? What's going on with you? You understand? So she's doing that because she still wants the attention, but she doesn't want to take it to the point where she has to deal with closing you closing the deal. You understand? Because a lot of times what it is, this is what women know. They know when the end is coming to the situation. Meaning, this is why sometimes you'll get with a chick, right? And what she'll do is that she will prolong or she'll drag out the interactions with you when it comes to having sex. Because she knows that most likely once you have sex with her, it's over. It's coming to an end. And she doesn't want to, get rid of that fucking, that attention you're giving her. Right? So the first, sign that a chick is playing games with you is that when you're trying to have a conversation with her to set something up or make something happen, she's just all over the place. She's not really flowing with the conversation. Now, when a girl's not playing games, she's really, really feeling you. She's really trying to make something happen. She's just answering your questions because she's ready. She's waiting for you. She's dying for you to close the deal and set something up with her. So when she sees that it's going in that direction, she's like, yes, okay, yeah, here's my number. Yes, I will see you on Friday, whatever. You understand? Real simple. Now, the second way to realize that a woman is playing games with you is when you get her in a situation where any type of sexual contact can happen and she's not trying to make it happen. So when you get her in any type of sexual situation where some sexual contact happens, this could be kissing, touching, fucking, whatever it is, and she doesn't make it happen, or she doesn't want to make it happen, right? So she puts you, she goes along with the flow of the interaction, but when it comes time to where something physical could happen, she's not trying to do it. Now, in some cases, you have chicks who will get nervous, where they're into it, but they're a little bit nervous, right? But you have the ones who are playing games where they, again, just like the attention. You understand what I'm saying? But they're on some let's take it slow shit. Exactly, Jonathan. They're like, let's take it slow. I want to get to know you, all this other goofy shit. Right? So the thing is, you're going to have women who are going to do that. So these are situations, let's say you take a girl back to your house and she's acting like she don't know what the fuck you wanted to do, right? So she's saying, oh, I'm not sure, whatever. And then you're like, all right, cool. Which you should be. You shouldn't be, forcing yourself. You shouldn't be sweating the situation. If she's on something, I don't want to do it, cool. All right, let's, you could bounce. We could, whatever, right? And then the same girl will probably come back again, or you'll deal with her again. You'll be in another sexual situation where shit could pop off, and she's still not trying to make something happen. So this girl's playing games, right? It could be even where, I remember I was at a spot, I'm flirting with this girl, we getting a little touchy-feely or whatever, and we walked outside, so she was like, hey, let's go out and chill and get a smoke or something like that or whatever. So we go outside, so I'm like, okay, cool. So she's trying to go outside to be alone with me because she was with, some of her friends. So I'm thinking she doesn't want to be in front of her friends if we are going to be getting, doing our thing, right? Next thing you know, we go outside, we chilling or whatever, we talking. So I'm, still getting a little touchy-feely with her, but for some reason she wasn't trying to make nothing happen, right? So I noticed that and I was like, okay, this girl, she's on some bullshit. Right? And then we walked back inside, and then I was talking to the bouncer or whatever for real quick because he was asking me something. We was just talking about something real quick, but she rolled in, and then I seen her sort of waiting for me. So I'm like, okay, cool, the chick waiting for me, so we could probably do something now while she's waiting for me. I'll go back to her, do something, and we'll make it happen. So now I go back to her and we're talking a little bit, but she's still acting like she don't want to do nothing because we're not around her friends. We're just like in a little corner. And she's just, so she's just soaking up the attention. You see what I'm saying? She's soaking up the attention, but she doesn't really want to actually do anything. So a lot of times when these girls are playing games, a lot of it has to do with them just wanting attention. Because again, I've said this before, when the chick's feeling you and she actually wants things to go down, she's going to make it super easy because she really wants it to happen. She's really into it and she really wants things to go down. Now, there's some cases where chicks, they start getting nervous. Chicks, they start thinking about a whole bunch of other shit. Like if they're there with their friends, they're like, oh, I don't know, my friends are going to think whatever. That stuff happens. But also it still falls into the whole playing games shit. You see what I'm saying? Because they're not comfortable enough to flow with the situation. Right? But they're also there because they like the situation. They sort of like you, but they're, a little nervous. Then you have the ones who they're not really into you, but all they really do like is the attention. So those are really the ones who are playing games. You see what I'm saying? So that's number 2. When a girl has you in you have her in a situation where any type of sexual thing can happen, where she knows it can happen. It's like ready for it to go down. It's like the perfect situation, but she's still acting like she don't want to do it, right? That's number 2. Now the third one, and this is just like the worst, and this is why you just got to charge chicks in the motherfucking game sometimes. The third one is this. This is a girl who you're sort of like talking to, right? But she's not really, like she's not really, nothing's really happening. So then therefore you fall back, right? So let's say you're trying to smash this chick, you're trying to make something happen, but nothing's really happening. She's giving you the runaround or whatever it is. So you fall back, you stop calling her, you stop texting her, right? Then out of the blue, maybe a week or 2 later, sometimes it can even be a month. She hits you up and she's like, hey, what's up? How you been? Blah, blah, blah. And then you sort of bring her back in. Now you bring her back in with the intent of making something happen. But once she's there again, it's the same old bullshit. Like you're trying to make something happen with this girl and nothing's still happening. So then you fall back again. And then you stop calling her, you stop texting her. Then out of the blue, this chick hits you up again. So you're like, damn, well maybe this time if I fuck with her, something's going to happen. You deal with her again and it's the same bullshit. Right? So this is the type of girl who she's like seriously playing games because she really just likes your attention. You understand? Like she really just likes the attention. That's all she's like really trying to fuck with. Like I remember I had this girl like this one time where, man, this shit was the worst because like she I think she went to my college or something, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to remember where I met her from. I think it was I met her in college. Was it in college? I think it probably was in college. But and this is how slick it is because what they'll do is that it'll be like a situation where they're flirting with you, they're probably kissing you a little bit, things that, they're showing interest. So you think, okay, yeah, I could fuck with this chick. But when it comes to really getting down, it's like they're not trying to do it. So then when you fall back, you try to get back at them. So this one girl was like that where I was sort of like talking to her, but then I fell back because she was on some bullshit. And then all of a sudden she was like, oh, hey, what's up, blah, blah, blah. I want to see you, this and this and that. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. Let me see what's popping with her now. Maybe, she came to her senses. We could get something popping. So we hang out again or whatever. And I'm trying to get her back to the crib. And she's like, oh, I got to get up early. I got to do this. I got to do that. And I was like, all right, cool, whatever. All right. So I basically fell back. Next thing you know, she hits me up again. And she's like, hey, do you want to come over? And so as soon as she said come over, I said, okay, definitely I'm coming over the crib and shit's going to pop off. We going to smash. Right? So we get to the crib. I get to the spot. We chilling. We talking, I'm flirting, I'm touching, I'm kissing a little bit, and then all of a sudden she's like, oh, I don't feel comfortable because I feel like, I don't want to do this now because I want to really like be in a relationship, and I'm just like, oh my god. So after that, I was done. I'm like, I'm done. We're done. We're done. And this chick had the nerve to hit me back. Maybe like I think like 3 months later or some shit. I was like, this fucking. I was like, I'm done. It's over. But this is what I'm saying. Like, you're gonna have chicks who are gonna be doing that goofy shit, and they're gonna be playing games. You feel me? Let me see what's up with these calls. Hold on. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Yo, Locario, what's going on, man?
What up? What's poppin'? Who's this?
It's Ronnie, man.
Ronnie, what's going on, bro?
Chilling, man. Hey, I got like 3 questions I want to ask you.
All right, go ahead.
Well, I was listening to one of your podcasts, your videos off of YouTube the other day about, how a woman, it was something like that, like how a woman is playing games, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the reason a woman might want to play games is because she don't see you as that type of person who she want to deal with in the first place. There's no attraction there.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying, hold on, wait, your phone is sounding kind of muffled and shit. So I'm trying to hear what you're saying. So you said, if you playing games, if a chick is playing games with you, it's because of what? Is that what you said? What were you saying? Say it again.
No, I was talking about, how women,
Mm-hmm.
they don't see you as the type of person who she's feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Because and that's the reason why she play games, because maybe you must turn her off.
Mm-hmm.
But my question is, because I was reading this thing the other day, and it all clicked to me.
Mm-hmm.
And what I was reading was what we talked about the other time about, add value, offering value, creating value, and
Mm-hmm.
giving value.
Right.
See, I feel like it was a man, he was talking about how you become an attractive person if you do all those things like add value.
Mm-hmm.
But you was talking about the game as well on your other podcast, and what it was saying was like game in life, period. Like when it comes to offering value, giving value,
Mm-hmm.
it's not only on for attracting women, but it's also for business. It's for
Mm-hmm.
every walks of life.
Right, exactly. No, it's real shit. That's how it is. But see, the thing is, when it comes to, women and women playing games, a lot of times they're playing them playing the games and just wanting the attention and all this other stuff. Half of it is just them and their own sort of like mind state, and them just wanting attention to feed their ego and all this other stuff. But a lot of times what happens is that they'll play games with you because they don't really see the value in you to not play the games. Do you understand what I'm saying? To actually come correct. You see what I'm saying? Because
right.
What it is they'll say, well, let me play games with this guy because at least I can get the attention from him, because I don't really want anything else but attention from him, because I'm not really feeling him like that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah, that goes down.
My next question is when you talking to a female, can you like ask a question that'll bring in like a philosophy to talk about, like to discuss with the female?
Mm. So you're saying, could you ask her questions that could bring up interesting conversations? Is that what you're saying?
Right. Like it's like when you have a question you want to ask the girl. Like for an example, like I was looking up, and this man, he was talking to this female the other day, and he asked me, and he didn't ask me, he asked the girl, and I was just paying attention to him. He asked the girl, "What makes a water hose get full?" And what he was doing was he was looking at a video on his phone, and somehow he stopped listening to the video, but this girl had walked in the building, and somehow he just said the same thing to the girl, and I'm just sitting there listening to him, right? And And I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Not it all. I don't know if this is true or not, but was he on point when he did that?
Well, just like asking her something, like something that they can have a conversation about.
Right. It's like you remember on one of your podcasts, and we always talk about this. You know about upgrading a woman's mind.
Right. Well, yeah. Anything. Well, the thing is, it's like this. Like, whenever you're talking to a girl, the best course of action, you know, because what you got to understand about upgrading the chick is that that's like you're doing her a favor by doing that a lot of times. You understand? Like you're bringing something of value to her. Now, also what you're doing too is that you want to see what type of girl you're dealing with, because let's say if you're talking to a chick and you're saying something that's interesting or something that you know, could spark an interesting conversation or whatever, and if she's not interested in it, or if she seems like she doesn't want to talk about it, or she is uncomfortable talking about it, you know, you gotta notice these little things. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is that what you want to do is that if you're dealing with a girl, you have to figure out what your sort of goal is with the situation. So like, let's say if you trying to interact with her to get her information so you can see her another day, or you trying to, you know, hook up with her, whatever it is, right? Based off of whatever criteria you need from a woman with that, that's how you're supposed to come at her in a lot of cases. So if you say, look, I only want to really fuck with chicks who I can have a good conversation with, and that's important to me, then you approach her in that manner by testing her out by doing certain things like that. You see what I'm saying? So it's all coming from you and how you want to really like go at it. So if his whole thought process was, hey, I want to talk to this chick about this to see what she think about this, to see what type of girl she is, and then from there continue to fuck with her, then you know that's what it is. You see what I'm saying?
So that just answered that question right there. Like what you're saying is, it's okay to do that just to see what type of frame of mind she in, what type of girl she is, because you don't know, she could probably be a psycho for whoever that matters.
Right, exactly. And on top of that, real quick, what you want to do is you want to make sure sometimes, or when you're dealing with a girl, you want to be in a situation where she's sort of trying to like impress you to a certain extent. You understand? Meaning that a lot of times the reason why guys have trouble with women is because they come up to the woman and approach them and is looking for approval from the girl. You understand? The approval should be you trying to approve her to fuck with you. And by doing that, you know, asking questions, sort of testing her to see how she reacts to certain things, that's you sort of low-key testing her to see if she could fuck with you. It's just a whole different switch of the mindset and the mind state to be able to get the girl to you know, to prove herself to you. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's where you start to get the woman to actually chase you. You see what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Like that was part of my first question, because notice when you said that you want to seek approval from the girl, you don't want to do that because that's not benefiting her. You want the situation to benefit you.
Right.
That's
exactly
what you're talking about.
Exactly. No, that's real talk. That's what it is. And you want to be in that state of mind all the time when you're dealing with chicks, where you're setting it up to where you're basically, to a certain extent, you're like judging her, and she knows this and she sees this. You see what I'm saying? She realizes this, because what it does is it separates you from all the other guys. Because most of the other guys are like, oh, hey, I like you. Pick me. I want to be with you, all the other shit. But you're saying, look, I don't just fuck with chicks. I gotta see what the chick is about before I even really take you seriously. So what's good with you? You understand? Like what's up with you? What you think about this? What's going on with you? You know, that type of shit, so that, you know, she sees that you're sort of evaluating her. You understand? And sometimes what's good too is that when you're doing certain things like that, like let's say you say you're talking about something, and she's like, oh, you know, I never heard about that. You'd be like, yo, you ain't never heard about that? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, you don't get out? You don't do shit? Like, you know what I mean? Like, little things like that will make her be like, oh, shouldn't be like, no, I get out. I just, you know, blah, blah, you know, so now she's like on her toes trying to impress you. You see what I'm saying? So it's little slight things that you do like that when you're interacting with women that's going to, you know, change the whole situation. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what it is, bro.
So yeah. So my last question is
Mm,
it deals with what you just said, like how you have the girl to try to impress you.
mm,
It's like don't don't try to seek validation. Don't try to see from your. You want to see what a woman do in order to for her to see if she could try to figure out a way
mm.
to try to get in your pants.
Exactly. Exactly. That's really what it is. That's really what it is, because what you got to understand is that 9 times out of 10 you're approaching a chick. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So before you even say anything, in some cases, because sometimes based on your vibe and your energy and the way you're dressed and your whole look or whatever, a chick, she'll look at you differently before you even open your mouth sometimes if you seem like you're on point and your vibe is a different than other guys. But generally, if you approach a chick, she's looking at you like every other guy that approached her before. So before you say anything, she's assuming you're just like the other guys in a lot of cases, right? So when she realizes that you're not like the other guys, that already within itself makes it even more interesting, because you've given her something she didn't expect, right? And so that's the thing that a lot of guys don't know how to do and know how to orchestrate, because the thing is, when you give the girl something she didn't expect, one, she's like, she didn't expect it, and now it's different, and now it becomes more, the interaction becomes more valuable. And on top of that, if you're setting it up to where she's trying to, impress you, it's a fucking wrap. You understand what I'm saying? It's a fucking wrap. So those are the type of chicks who are going to gravitate to you more. Those are the girls who are going to be chasing you more. The girls that's going to be actually, calling you and hitting you up more, because you've become that valuable dude based off of how you came at her. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So basically, what you're saying is like, I could walk up to a girl and I could say, "How you doing?" Whatever, mm-hmm. And then I could say whatever I could want to say, like that'll try to get her thinking, mm-hmm. And then she might say something like, it's like back to the old upgrade thing. Like say if I say to a girl, "Hey, how you doing?" Mm-hmm. And she say, "Good, how are you?" Mm-hmm. And I'll be like, I just go ahead and ask her a question, try to see if I can get into her head, mm-hmm. And then when she give me the answer I'm looking for, then I could be like, "What's wrong with you? You seem like you a boring person. Whoa."
Right, it's true. You give a little bit of shit sometimes, because see, that's the problem with a lot of guys too. They don't know how to playfully, like, fuck with a chick. You see what I'm saying? Because that within itself is a part of the game that a lot of dudes don't really take heed to, because doing that is showing her like, hey, look, I'm not really gonna, like, I'm not afraid to take this to another level. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna actually take it there. You see what I mean? And the girls, when they see that, they know they're like, okay, I'm actually having an interesting time. Because what guys gotta understand is this: when you see a hot girl, right? You're like, yo, she's bad, and your mind is sort of made up. You're like, I like her. I would have sex with her. I would take her out. I hang out with her. You're just straight off the way she looks, right? Women, on the other hand, what gets them excited like that when it comes to you is the experience. You see what I'm saying? So the experience gets the girl excited. You see what I mean? And see, the problem is most guys don't know how to create that experience. What they'll do is they'll do the regular cookie cutter shit. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Where you from? What's your name? You come here often? Oh, so what you drinking? Like, it's just like, okay, we done heard this like a million times. You see what I'm saying?
Interview mode.
Right. So the thing is that it's nothing wrong with, having a little small talk, but you got to sort of step it up and kick it up and
bust the balls a little bit.
Yeah, make it fun. You know what I'm saying? Make the shit fun. You know what I mean? And so, because sometimes there'll be times I'll go up to a chick, I'll be at a bar, whatever, or an event that I go to, and I would just come up to her on some cocky shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, the first thing I'll go up to her and be like, hey, listen, be like, how you doing tonight? She's like, oh, I'm fine. I'll be like, yo, so how does it feel to be talking to cutest guy in the room right now. Just stupid shit like that. And she'll like be like, oh, so you're pretty, confident. I'm like, yeah, of course I'm confident. I mean, look at me, come on. And so like I'll be just being on some cocky shit. She'll start laughing and shit. You know what I mean? And I'm like, what you laughing about? Like, this is serious. Like, I'll be like, you should be glad that I'm here even talking to you. This is crazy. Like, this is like an honor for you to even be in my presence or whatever. And so I remember I was doing that shit, and this chick, I had her dying laughing or whatever. And then I'm like, but anyway, what's your name? How you doing? Whatever. And so just off of that, something different and interesting, you see what I mean? And it's like, oh, this is something different than I've experienced the past 5 other guys. That catches her attention, and then that makes her want to even keep talking to me. You see what I'm saying? So, it's just having a little bit of like difference in your approach, in your swag, and being able to like really, make those things happen. But, a lot of guys are telling me you got to go out and practice this shit. You got to go out and talk to women. You got to go out and interact with them, because then so you can see the reactions. You understand what I'm saying? While you're doing this type of shit. You feel me?
Right.
So
Cause you know what? I just realized. I realized that it all depends on the female who you're dealing with. Like some women, it don't matter. Different women, they different in different things because they all different in their own way.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So what I want to understand is like flirting and doing all of that, busting the balls, and being cocky and all that. You can do all that, but my thing is, I want to be able to have. My thing is, I want to be able to have good conversations with women.
Right, and you can, and this is why you you test them to see, because this is the thing, you're not going to be able to have good conversations with every chick. You feel what I'm saying? Right. There's a lot of chicks that you're not going to even be able to have a conversation with, not even necessarily because they're not into having a conversation with you, but also because they don't know how to have a conversation. Their conversation skills are terrible. You understand? So some of these chicks, their conversation skills are terrible, and also sometimes you're gonna run into chicks who are nervous as fuck to talk to you, and therefore that's gonna hinder them actually being able to have that good conversation. So this is why you have to sort of move and shake around so that you can see which ones you can have those conversations with and which ones you can't. And the ones that you can do it with, then you continue to keep fucking with those chicks. You feel what I'm saying? So that that's what it is,
basically,
man.
So basically, I can use my own style.
Exactly. Yeah, and then it's just all about figuring out what you want and figuring out the chicks that is going to give you that vibe when you're doing your thing. You feel me? But yo, listen, I got like a million people trying to call in, so I'm gonna holler at you later. All right.
All
right. Peace, bro. All right. Let me see who this is. Yo, what's going on? What's popping? Yo. Hello. Yo. Bruh, come on.
Yo, what's up, Locario?
I'm chilling. What's going on with you, man? What's going on with you, man? Who's this?
Yo, this is Joe from Tennessee, man.
Alright, so what's poppin' with you?
Shit, chilling, man. Yeah, I was listening to the show, and you was talking about like when you talk to a female, you need to make them kind of chase you, and you need to make it about you, right?
Right.
So I mean, I know you've been killing the game. You've been in the game for a minute. So, what 3 things like you should focus on when you going to meet up with a female to make sure that it's about you and to have them chasing you? Well, I mean, what were 3 things you would do when you go to a female?
Right. What you mean to like get an emotion to have her chasing you?
Yeah. I mean, to get in a position where, like you always say, you want to be in your frame.
Right.
Keep the girl going in your frame.
Right. Well, the thing is, okay, when you first meet a chick, right? You're talking to her, let's say at a bar or something, whatever. What it is that what you want to do is just ask her questions to where whatever she's, responding and all this other stuff, you're judging her responses to your liking. So, for example, I'm just using this as a simple example. Like you say, what's your favorite color and shit? Let's say she says orange. You know, and you're like, why would you pick orange? That's like the worst color out the crayon box. Like, I don't understand why anyone would like orange. Now, like, that's just sort of like, you know, giving her a little bit of shit, because now all that's doing is separating you from being that nice guy. You understand what I'm saying? Now, you don't got to disagree with everything she's saying, but you have to throw those little things in there to challenge her and be like, why would you even pick that? You understand? Like, what makes you pick that color? So you're questioning her. You're actually, it's almost like you're interviewing her. You know, when you get, when someone's being interviewed for a job, you're the employer, she's the potential employee. You got to look at it in that regard, right? Now, what happens is that once you see that she's trying to actually impress you, right? That's when you know you got her. When a chick is sort of like let's say, for example, this is how you know when a chick is trying to impress you or she's feeling you. If you say something, like if she says something she likes, but you like something different. So say, for example, you say, what type of movies you like? And she's like, oh, I like comedies or whatever. And you're like, well, you know, comedies are cool, but I like action movies. And she says, oh, yeah, I like action movies too, right? That's showing that because she's trying to be agreeable. Now, once you see that type of, you know, those type of signs, then you know, okay, I got this chick, whatever. Now, if you really want to get her to chase, at this point, what you can do is give her your information, give her your number or whatever, right? Tell her when, what day and what time to hit you up, right? Now, if she's really feeling you, she's going to hit you up. And most likely, she's going to be feeling you if she's actually acting that way where she's, you know, you testing her or whatever like that. So you tell her to hit you up. And once she hits you up, right, you set the date, you go on a date with her, you hang out with her or whatever, you do all that other shit. And now, if you really want to get her in the mode of chasing you, so this is some other next type of stuff, is that instead of you hitting her up again, right, what you can do is you can get her to hit you up again. So, for example, you're on a date with a girl, the first date, and, you know, you say, hey, yeah, I had a good time. You listen, hit me up on Thursday evening at 6, you know, and let's talk so we could, you know, try to do this again. You see what I'm saying? Now, if she actually hits you up, you know what I'm saying, from that, then you really got her. Because now she's in the motion of, yeah, she's in that motion of actually continuing to want to see you. Now, you can't keep this up forever, because at some point, you know, you got to give her, you know, hit her up one time, she hits you up, whatever. But just in the beginning, if you want to start that flow of the chasing, and this usually is only going to work if the chick is really, really, really feeling you. And the way to help that, again, is like what I said at the beginning. You have to sort of evaluate her, test her, have her know that you're judging her and all this other shit. Because that gets her in that mode of trying to get at you, trying to get with you. You understand? Because now you become that guy out of all the other guys she's dating. Because trust me, she's most likely dating other dudes. You become the guy she's calling while all the other guys are calling her. You become the guy that she's trying to impress herself to while all the other guys are trying to impress her. Do you see what I'm saying? All you're doing is really flipping everything around so that you become that other dude. You understand? You become the guy that stands out. You see what I mean? Because what women are like looking for, and what women want, they want that dude who's the top dude, and the top dude is gonna act differently than the other guys. The top dude is the one that they want to chase. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta, the way you do that is you orchestrate that in that type of way. Now you're gonna have women who are just really, really feeling you, where it's gonna go extremely smooth like that. So when you tell her to call you, she's gonna call you. You understand? When you tell her to, you know, hit you up, she's gonna make it happen. When you tell her, hey, let's meet up for this date, she's gonna come through to the date. Everything's gonna flow just really smoothly, and then you already know that this girl is feeling you. Then you can sort of like, you know, keep it going back and forth if you want to keep seeing her and all that other stuff. So, you know, that's really what it is. It's just really flipping the game around. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel on that. So I mean, like, the next thing I'm gonna ask is, okay, now, not you, like you said, not every chick is gonna be 100% on your boat, you know, in your frame.
Right.
They don't go back and forth. So what I mean, in your case, like, what would you do if you was asking female some questions? She's giving you one word answers like this, that, you know, and she's not really showing you that she's in your frame. You know, but I mean, how can you just go ahead and fill her in? I mean, she's there. I guess she's just waiting on the right for you to say the right thing. I mean, what's a good way to like go ahead and fill one in like that?
You saying that if you're trying to talk to the girl, ask her questions, and she's giving you one word answers and, you know, seeming like she's not interested in all that?
Well, I mean, it's like, you know, she's a little bit interested because you got eye contact, you know, and you know, and you can tell by the body language, but it's just, you know, everything just not hitting right. I mean, what's one thing you would do to, like, kind of like reel her in, pull her in that frame?
Well, the thing is, you're gonna have some women who it seem like they're into you, but they're not really. You feel what I'm saying? Because what I tell guys is, I usually say there's three types of chicks. You got the chicks who are really, really feeling you, the chicks who are somewhat feeling you, and then the chicks who are totally not into you. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes, you know, what you're describing maybe is the girl in the middle, the girl who's sort of feeling you. She's half and half or whatever. Now, a lot of times what happens is that you'll talk to a girl and she'll be sort of like, she's not necessarily all the way standoffish, but she's not giving you enough energy. You feel what I mean? So sometimes what you need to do is that you need to change the tone and the energy of the interaction. So, and sometimes that comes with, so for example, if I'm talking to a girl and let's say she's giving me one word answer, like she give me a one word answer, or she's like acting like, you know, she doesn't really want to like talk or whatever. Now, me personally, at this point, I usually don't even fuck with her. I kind of charge to the game because I ain't really got time for all that shit. But if you really want to try to make something happen with her, what you got to do is, you know, and what's easy to do is sort of, you have to say something that's going to shock her in that moment that she's not expecting. So the easiest way to do this is either to call out what's going on, or you basically go on a tangent and say something else totally different. So, for example, calling her out on something that's going on. I'm giving y'all a lot of game here today, so just you guys make sure you pay attention. So, calling her out on something is, so, for example, let's say I'm talking to a girl and I'm giving her one word, she's giving me one word answers or whatever. And I would say something to the effect of, you know, like, yo, this is weird. Like, you know, usually when I talk to women, they know how to have conversations, but there's something different about you. Like, why is it so difficult for you to have a conversation? Now, all I'm doing is calling out what's happening. Now, a lot of times in those situations, the chick will get offended a little bit, but what happens is that she wakes up. You feel what I'm saying? So now it becomes like, oh, what do you mean by that? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, I'm just saying, you know, usually when people have conversations, they go back and forth. And, you know, look, girl, I understand you probably don't talk to dudes as fly as me. I understand. But anyway, so what's going on with you? You know, so now I'm totally changing the thing of the conversation. You see what I'm saying? So I'm calling it out. Or instead of calling it out, what you can do is you just say something that is going to totally like take the conversation in a different direction. You understand what I'm saying? So
yeah,
so it's just something random.
Best way just to call out, right?
Right.
Call out and just to see what check the temperature. I mean, if the temperature's low, you might turn to the game. If she says something good, like no, keep talking. You know, then you need to go ahead and spike the emotion. Right.
Because all it is really just the getting the feelings. You see what I'm saying? Those feelings are the thing that is going to make it interesting. Those are the things that really spark the situation. Because for women, see, let me tell you something. There was this one chick, right, who I was messing with. Like I met her at a spot. We was hanging out a little bit, but it was real late. So, I was trying to smash that night, but we couldn't because it was like, it got late. She had to go back home and I was like, fuck it, whatever. So she checked my Facebook page, right? So she didn't like the shit I was talking on Facebook because I be talking a lot of shit on Facebook. So we were supposed to meet again, the following day or whatever. And so what happened was she hit me up talking about, hey, I don't think we should meet because I don't like the stuff you're talking about and blah, blah, blah. So at that point, I could have just left it and been like, all right, whatever, right? But then I was like, let me see what's popping with this. So I text her back. I say, yo, what you talking about? Blah, blah, blah. So we going back and forth. And then, so what happened was, as we're going back and forth, I'm challenging her on all of the shit that she's saying that she didn't like what I said, right? So as I'm challenging her, and, I'm doing all this stuff. And then she said, so I said, hey, well, listen, too bad you don't want to see me. We could have had some fun. I'll holler at you later. So as I'm about to get off the phone, she's like, hold on, wait. She's like, can I change my mind and come see you? Like, and I said, well, so what, you want to see me now? And she's like, yeah, you know, because she's like, I changed my mind, you know, I like being challenged and I like the stuff you're saying now. And I'm just like, so you went from not wanting to see me to wanting to see me. This is what I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, she went from not wanting to see me based strictly off of how I made her feel during that interaction we had with talking about whatever it was we were talking about, just by spiking up her emotion. You see what I'm saying? Because I had her feeling one way, then I had her feeling another way by the end of the conversation. So that's what it's all about when it comes to, you know, you dealing with these chicks. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know.
Yeah, yes. So basically, you either call it or you either try to bring up their energy.
Right. Exactly. And that's all it is. Yeah, you gotta just do that. And then, you know, once that happens, a lot of times, you know, shit starts to fall into place a little bit because you're really just tapping into what the women respond to. You feel me? But yo, listen, I appreciate the call, bro. I got a few more people trying to get up in there. All right, I'm gonna holler at you later, all right?
All right,
peace, bro. All right, let me see who this is. Yeah, what's going on?
What's going on, Locario?
I'm chilling. What's going on with you? Who's this? Where you from?
Man, it's Carlo, man. This the I call myself the 70s plus dude, man.
Oh,
Every time I call
what's poppin', brother? What's going on with you, man?
Man, you know, I got the little ring on my phone, man. I said before I get up for work tomorrow, I said I got to call in, show, and tell them about the testimonials, man.
That's
because, you
up.
know, I'm meeting and greeting every day, man. And this topic that you on tonight was like right up my alley about attention whores.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you all something that I kind of did and that I experienced on a situation without being too long tonight.
Right.
I basically saw this chick around every now and then, man, that works pretty much in the same building I work with, but not in my same company. So I gave her my number, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she shot me the number. So I kind of peeped. She's probably on some attention whore stuff. So what I did was I got my own style to it. And also something that you said, I was listening to you one time, I adopted your philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do, instead of just getting on the phone and having conversations with them and shit, that used to work, but now things kind of changed. I kind of like, I text them and I get like straight to the point.
Right.
So basically, she can't really get no extra time. So basically, let's say like she gave me a number, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say like she might have texted me late on at night or whatever the fuck because she was bored. She might say, hey.
Mm-hmm.
I might say, hey, what's up, sexy, or something like that. She might say something else, right? Guess what I'm doing? I'm coming straight at her ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, what's up? When you free? When you trying to get together tomorrow, late on the night? I'm not even giving her a chance to talk about nothing else. Why? Because I don't care what else you. It's gonna sound cocky, but
exactly.
I don't care what else you got to say.
Real shit.
I don't care what else you're thinking about. I'm just only focused on what I'm thinking about. And if you're not on my agenda, we have no purpose. So
Preach.
guess what I did by putting her in that situation? She kind of lied and played around. She knew she couldn't further the conversation with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I told her, I said, okay, you know, cool, hit me up the next day or whatever it is. I said, okay, you're going to be free by Tuesday. She's like, yeah, you know, bullshitting around like Tuesday. So guess what? I don't text. I don't call her that whole week. None of that shit. No attention. None of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So she might have hit me up probably like yesterday, right? Probably said, hit me with that hate shit, right? Because she probably bored or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what I hit her ass with? Yo, what's up? You trying to come through tonight?
Nice.
Or something like that. You trying to chill? So she hit me back like, I don't know, maybe tomorrow. I guess what I do now. I ain't gonna lie. I know you talk against lying, and I'm not really big on lying. I'm against it myself.
Right.
But I kind of had to get this loud there a little bit. I kind of had to bullshit a little bit to kind of back her in the corner.
Right.
So this is what I did. I pretty much was like, okay, yo, what's up? Okay, well, I told her, I said, all right, cool, you trying to see me tomorrow? I said, I texted her back. I said, cool. I just got off the phone with the people. I booked our hotel reservations so we can kind of kick them off. I said, look, shoot me your address. I'm going to come scoop you up.
Right.
And I'm going to come get you. Now, I didn't call no goddamn hotel. I ain't do none of that shit. I'm basically just putting on a scenario to basically make you shit to get out the pot.
Right,
so
right.
She basically, you know, was like, yeah, I'm going to do that. So I texted her back again. I said, yo, what's your address? Guess what she did? She didn't reply at all. And I was like, gotcha, bitch. Good.
Yo, see, it's always when when you put the you know the shit to the test, it's like, yo, look, are we doing this or not? And then that fucking gets all the attention whores and the bullshitters out the way. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly, man. Because it was so funny to me. Because it was like, man, I just kind of like peeped the attention whoreness. Because I kind of been kind of seeing her around at the job and shit. And I think she like low key admitted to me that she was an attention whore. Because another dude was standing by talking to her.
Right.
And I think she was talking about a situation where she had a nigga come through and, you know, just like come over to a nigga house and do all this shit. You ain't about to do nothing to get naked. And I basically told her, I said, well, look, that's cool. You can do that with them, but we get around each other. You know, we fucking next Tuesday or whatever. So, you know, whatever it is. So I gave her my number. I pretty much put everything out there. And, you know, she probably thought she was going to get further on conversations and shit. Man, my text was limited like a motherfucker. It wasn't no long drawn out, no conversation. Like, she couldn't get that attention satisfaction. And then if you did get me to the phone, it was, yo, what's up? We meeting up, what time? Yo, I already booked the reservation. Yo, what's good? You coming? So, you know, when she walked past me, you know, I still speak and smile because, you know, I'm all up on game.
Right.
But I know she gonna probably be like, yo, did this nigga really book the reservation? Or, you know, maybe she don't give a fuck like I don't give a fuck because I ain't really do the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I just pretty much did that to kind of like back her in the corner. And again, like you were just mentioning something on your show about different women and stuff. Sometimes you do gotta look at yourself when you're approaching them, because like it's been a few days since I approached them. So me not approaching them in a few days, I got a little rusty, but I got a little better back with it. I gave out my number again today. I had a chick like hit me up today or whatever the fuck, right? I got her monkey ass out the way quick. Let me tell you how I got her monkey ass out the way. She a chick from New York. I pretty much gave her my number. I called her a few seconds, like right when we was in the parking lot leaving. We chopping it up, we flirting, and I'm telling her everything, you know, that I'm about and stuff. And I say, well, all right, we'll finish later on, because she got off the phone with me.
Right.
So I pretty much text her tonight again. I always start out with the what's up sexy to all of them or whatever the fuck. So she texted me back or whatever, saying she can't talk. I pretty much texted her back and said, cool, I can't talk either. That's why I chose to text you and tell you how sexy you was looking to me tonight, or something of that nature.
Right.
So she pretty much, you know, kind of texted me back, and I said something about, I think, seeing her or something about I was flattered or something, and it was basically kind of like some nonchalant response. So I responded and said something, I can't even remember because I ain't saved her number, I deleted it. I responded it, so I noticed she took a few minutes because I've gotten better with them. I figured out, like, okay, this broad ain't about to be about shit, you know.
Right.
So I said, all right. I said, let me just go ahead and text her. Let me get her monkey ass out of the way too. So I said, let me text her real quick. I pretty much told her, I said, look, I'm about to finish pouring my drink tonight. I tell you what, you know, whenever you're ready to have a nice little interaction between a man and a woman, here's my number. Give me a call. Outside of that, you take care.
Right.
I deleted that motherfucker and let that shit go, man. Like, that's the level I'm on with it. Like, now I barely, and I see what you were saying about not talking to them on the phone. I barely like talking to them on the phone because when you text them, you limit your time with them. Like, I can get to the point with them over the phone, but I like texting now better. At first, I didn't like texting, but now I like it better because you get less of my time. And if you ain't about shit, I can just phase your monkey ass out the way even quicker. What you got to say on that, Locario?
Nah, real shit. No, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I tell guys, man, you got to get to the fucking point with these chicks, man, because they will waste your time. Like, yo, I had chicks. This is the stupid shit because, like I was saying earlier, and this is what I was talking about chicks we playing games, where, you know, I'll be on Tinder and I'll match with a chick, right? And she'll, you know, on my shit, I have that it says on my profile that I'm in an open relationship, right? So they see this, they know this. It's not like they when we match, trust me, they go, if they didn't see it at first, they go back and read it. That's what usually happens, right? So the chick, I matched with the chick, and then she sends me a message, and she's like, oh, hey, so what's up with your open relationship? And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, oh, so do you guys have rules or whatever? And I'm like, yeah, you know, this and this and that, right? So then I said, so what you up to, you know, I think I said, what you up to tonight? Because it was like 2 in the afternoon where we was texting. And she was like, oh, I don't really have any plans. So I said, cool, let's get together and get a drink, right? This chick gonna say, oh, but, you know, you seem cool, but I'm not really into guys who are in open relationships, right? So now, mind you, right? The chick saw on the profile that I'm in an open relationship. She decided to match with me. Now, let's say she just matched with me because she just saw my picture. She thought I was attractive, and she didn't see that it said open relationship. But she did see it before she texted me because that was the first thing she said. So if she's not into guys in open relationship, why the fuck is she texting me about, you know, anything? You see what I'm saying? Why is she texting me if she's not into me in the first place? Now, this is why you got to get to the point as soon as you can, because imagine if I was going back and forth, texting her, doing a whole bunch of shit, and then all of a sudden, after 20, 30, 40 texts, I said, hey, let's go out and get a drink. Then she says, oh, I don't know, I'm not really into guys in open relationships. You see what I'm saying? So this is why I'm telling motherfuckers, like, you got to really don't waste no fucking time with these chicks. You understand? Because a lot of guys, what they think is they say, well, maybe if I spent more time on her, she would have came around and then we could have got together. Now, that could happen, but it's not a guarantee. And most of the times that it doesn't happen. You see what I'm saying? So most of the times what happens is you spend more time talking to the girl and you still don't get to fuck with her. You see what I'm saying? Because like I said in the beginning, you know, I was talking earlier, I said that when a girl really likes you, she makes this shit easy. So I'll be on Tinder and there'll be chicks that I swipe or whatever and we match, and then it's just simple. I'll be like, yo, what you doing tomorrow? She's like, oh, I'm free. Cool, let's get together. Cool, here's my number. I'll see you here. But it's real simple. Real simple. Because they actually want to do it. You feel what I mean? So,
and today, and like, like I said, like a testimonial for me just being out there, just meeting people on a regular basis, like, and like you said, like the female make it real easy. Like now I've gotten to, now this is a drought for me. Just had, like, an old drought used to be for me is like no females, but now a drought for me is like having like only 2 to fuck. Or only 3. I only got like 2 on my list that's down, and the second one came, you know, like recently or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I met her. She's just an average chick, but she down to do. This chick will hit me up on video, on IMO. She'll text, she'll call, and all that type of stuff. She asked to see me the day before she went to work. So, you know, I can tell, and I was touching on it and all that. So I can tell, like, me just getting better. I can tell who's down to do what and who's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the way I handle things with people. And I'm going to say this, like, too, before I go, like, just in case the guys run into this scenario. Like, I was in the midst today also. I was getting ready to give a chick my number. She like, yo, take mine. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'll take yours. But me, I'm a one call, that's all nigga. I'm like a Ken Nugent type of nigga, one call, that's all. So what I did was I took her number. I called her later on. She get on the phone real quick. Let me call you back. I'm like, holla at you. I click, slam that bitch down and delete. So I don't remember her name, don't remember nothing, don't give a fuck. I just remember the incident because, you know, we got the show or whatever. But, you know, that's how I handle that shit. Like, I'm like sticking and moving, meeting different people or whatever. Like, I don't even save women numbers in my phone for real unless I think there's some sexual chemistry there. Like, for the most part, I don't like getting women numbers. I give you mine, I'll give you my card, and I keep it moving. The only women I like to see is women hitting me up. So when they hit me up, I know they either 1 or 2 situations. Attention whores that hit me up anyway, and I'm going to get your monkey ass out the way if you is. Or 2, you actually is down to fuck. Everybody else, the women just pass out their numbers like Skittles and shit, so I really don't like getting that shit. That's what I'm going to say.
Your phone will have a graveyard of numbers, man. That's what happens when you take a whole bunch of chicks' numbers and shit. Your phone end up being a graveyard of numbers and shit. So that's what happens. Man. You feel me? But yo, man, I definitely appreciate the call, brother, man. You always coming in with some good game, man. For real, for real.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Definitely, man. I'm holler at you, man.
All right.
All right, peace. Yeah, man. Man, I'm telling you, these chicks are, man, they will waste your time if you let them. Trust me. You don't want that shit to happen. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Yes, hello.
What up? What's poppin'? Who's this?
Yes, this is Rakesh.
Okay, are you trolling, nigga? What's going on?
No, what is happening right now is I got a question about the why do people, why do they disregard my skin color? I go up to women and then say, fuck off, you gold fucker, and I start, they start, I don't.
All right, who's next? Niggas be trolling on this shit, man. Damn. See, it's you gotta understand something, man. I'm not with the fuck shit. Like I'm not with the fuckery. Like all that is But no, man. Come on, we here to actually talk about game. Okay, so stop the trolling, people. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Yo, what's up, Locario? It's J. Raw, man.
What's poppin'? What's going on with you?
Ain't nothing much, bro. Like, early today, actually, bro, like, I've just been really going hard. Like, everywhere I go, like, I'm just talking to bitches. Like literally everywhere.
Oh, man.
But, right. So, I'm at the gym, right? I'm trying to see, like, what's the best way to, like, approach, like, females at the gym. Because, like, I don't want to just, like, go to every, like, bitch I see, like, that looks good and just be like, yo, I think you're cute as shit. Yada, yada, yada. And then it's like, I don't think it's the right place to do that. You feel me?
Right. Well, the thing is, in the gym, usually you end up seeing the same chicks sometimes. Like you see like the same girls around, usually, right?
Right. Exactly.
Right. So with that, all you really need to do is when you see, let's say you see the chick or whatever, it's more so, you can just sort of holler at her in a more indirect way. You understand? So kind of like become the person, like know about her and have her know about you. So like, let's say for example, you see her, you walking into the gym, you walking down the hallway or whatever, you see her, you just say, hey, good morning, how you doing? And she's like, oh, I'm fine. And then, you could just keep it moving. Or the next time you see her, you say, hey, good morning, what's your name? Blah, blah, blah. You see what I mean? And then now you know her name. Next thing you know, you say, hey, Stacy, what's going on? How's your day going? Whatever. So now you're sort of getting to know the chick. You see what I mean? Because it's since you're going to see them already, a lot of times you can sort of do that. Or if you want to move it a little faster, a lot of times is that if you're in the gym, you can use something in the situation to talk about. So let's say she's doing a certain type of workout and you could go up and ask her like, hey, where'd you learn that workout? What does that work? What does that help you do? I want to try that. Or let's say if you see her holding the barbells wrong, you'd be like, hey, I noticed you holding it wrong. This could really mess up your arm. You got to do it this way, blah, blah, blah. You understand? And then so with that, then you say, hey, what's your name? I'm so-and-so. And then you just shake your hand, you talk a little bit, and you go back to your working out. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just more so sort of getting that introduction first. As you know them, then you could start talking about more shit. So let's say you see her in the hallway or whatever. She's coming out the gym. She's going to wherever. And then you say, hey, how's the day going? Like, what you up to this weekend? Blah, blah, blah. You get a little bit of information. Because sometimes what happens is you'll know or you'll get information just by asking questions. So you say to a girl, hey, what you doing this weekend? Oh, well, me and my boyfriend's going to go do this and that. Now she got a goddamn boyfriend. You feel what I mean? So just straight off of that. So it's sort of like you're easing your way in, but also you're not making it to where it's going to be like a weird, uncomfortable, awkward situation. You see what I mean? And so now once you do sort of like know her a little bit, and this is something you could do within like a day or two. It ain't got to be nothing too crazy. And once you sort of know that, then at a certain point, you could say something like, let's say you and her finish working out. You could be like, hey, what you doing right now? We should go get a smoothie or something or whatever. You understand? And then so you could just instantly do that. Or you could just, at that point, once she knows your name and you already spoke or whatever, be like, hey, what are you doing like later on? We should get together and like go and get a drink or something like that. You see what I mean? And then so you just really all you're doing is easing your way into it. That's really all it is.
Right. Makes sense.
Right.
But I take the approach with like school.
Yeah, the same thing for school. Like anytime when you're in a situation where you're going to consistently see the person, you're going to see them more than once, you see them periodically, you can do that. Now, let's say you try to holler and she declines or she says, cool, let's say she gets your number or whatever, but she doesn't, respond to your text, or she doesn't hit you up, right? And then you say, okay, damn,
Right.
so I'm gonna end up seeing this chick again. So what do I do? When that happens, you basically act like nothing happened. Meaning you don't go up to her and say, yo, how come you ain't call me? Or yo, what happened? But nah, you see her again, hey, what's up? How you doing? How's your day going? And you just go business as usual. You act like the shit didn't even happen, because she, in her mind, what's gonna happen is this, and this is the stupid shit. She's gonna be expecting you to act like a simp. So she's like, fuck, I'm gonna see this guy, he's gonna probably ask me why I ain't calling, blah blah blah. But then you end up going up and you say, hey, what's up? How's your day going? And blah blah blah, and you go just do your workout. So now she's thinking, wait a second, why didn't he mention the shit? What's going on? So now she was feeling you. She's gonna bring it up. She's gonna be like, hey, I'm so sorry I didn't call you. And you'd be like, oh yeah, no, don't worry about that. It's all good, whatever. You feel what I'm saying? And then what you could do is you'd be like, all right, so what you doing later, like, after your workout? Then you can, pick it up there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'm actually going through a situation like that because I met some joint at the mall, right? And she was working at Express, right?
Mm.
So I got her number and everything, but she's like playing games. If I see her again, should I like do the same thing?
Yeah, if you see her again, just be on some, hey, what's going on? Like some regular shit. Just some regular high and buy type of shit. You feel what I'm saying? And so don't bring up the situation of her not getting back to you. Don't bring up none of that shit. And then keep doing that as you see her. So like, let's say you see her, be like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? It's like, oh, I'm good. And be like, all right, cool. Well, listen, I gotta run, whatever. And then you just keep it moving. Then you see her again the next week. Oh, what's up? Blah blah blah. Just keep it regular, because the thing is, again, if she's feeling you, she's gonna come at you. You understand?
Right.
If she's not feeling you, she's just gonna let it fly. You see what I'm saying? But what you don't want to do is you don't want to go up to her and be like, yo, so. How come you ain't call me, and how come this and nah, you ain't doing all that shit. You see what I'm saying?
Right. So once I put like my stuff out there, that's my job, just to put it out. Like if they don't respond to it, I'm not supposed to be like mad and shit. I just let it be. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Right.
Because the thing is, you got to let it be, because the thing is, and this is the part that you got to understand about women. Sometimes. And this happened to me like dozens of times. Sometimes you'll meet a chick today. You'll give her your number today. And then she's supposed to hit you up, or you try to hit her up and nothing happens. And then let's say you see her again at the mall, and you see her maybe another 2 times. And you just see her and be like, oh, what's up? Because the thing is, you don't want to try to ignore her. You don't want her to see you, and then you just sort of ignoring her, because then that's showing that, she affected you. You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
so,
exactly.
Right, so you still want to just go up to her and be like, hey, what's going on? Blah, 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 whatever. Right? But what happens is that as you continue to just do your thing, sometimes what happens is that if she has any sort of like attraction for you, she's feeling you a little bit, she'll hit you up. And sometimes it could take a week. It could take 2 weeks, a month. Sometimes it might take 2 months. I remember this one chick who, I used to go to this event. I mean, not event. This was years ago. I was probably like 19 or 20 or some shit. But it was like a club type of thing for like youth or whatever. So there was this chick that I was feeling, and we exchanged numbers and we were supposed to hang out, but she was like fronting and whatever and all this other stuff. So I kind of just like kept it moving. You feel what I'm saying? And then every time I see her, I'd just be like, yo, what's up, blah, blah, blah. And she would try to flirt with me, but I wasn't even really sweating her like that. I kind of was just falling back and just doing my thing. Then next thing you know, I think maybe I'd stopped going to the place for like, I think like a few weeks. And then like maybe a month and a half later, I just get a call from her and be like, hey, what's up? What you doing? We should get together and hang out, blah, 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 blah. So a month and a half after I first tried to get with her, that's when she want to get with me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so we got together and we got it popping. But this is what I'm saying. Sometimes you just got to leave that shit, and then they'll get back to you once they finish with all the knuckleheads. You feel what I'm saying? So
so you basically like seeding plants, and like you don't know when something's gonna pop up.
Exactly.
Like, this shit my birthday, tomorrow, next week.
Exactly. Because I've been in them situations, man, where it's chicks where, and I remember this one other chick too when I was in college. I told her like the first day I met her, because she was like she was at the spot in the college. She was like selling some hair products to some people, and I told her, I said, listen, I was like, I told her plain out, I was like, I'm interested in fucking. So I said, and I gave her my number, and she's like, oh, I can't. I'm seeing some guy, and I said, well, holler at me when you're ready to do this. This chick called me a year and a half later, just out the blue. Just out the blue. I didn't even know who it was. She was like, hey, what's up? It's so-and-so. I said, from where? She was like, remember from Hunter, blah, blah, blah. I said, oh, and I was like, so what's up? And she was like, yo, you wanna come over and hang out? I said, yeah. So a year and a half later, this motherfucker wanna call me. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So that's what I'm saying. But imagine if I was sweating her, hitting her up, talking about, hey, how come you ain't call me? And hey, what's up? Can we get together? If I was doing all that shit, that shit wouldn't have happened. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but imagine if you're planting all those seeds to different women, you understand, at any moment, shit could go down. You see what I mean? So you're going to have chicks that you done forgot you talked to who probably hit you up later after they realize, damn, because chicks, what happens is that they go through situations where they're thinking about the guys that they didn't fuck with, that they sort of liked, and then maybe she comes across like your picture on Instagram or Facebook, or she probably saw you somewhere, and now she's like, oh, I remember that guy, let me see what he's up to. You see what I'm saying? So so that's how it go, man. You know what I'm saying? So it'll happen that way, man.
Yeah, man. I really appreciate this shit. This shit really like helping me out. Like, you really be giving free game. Like,
that's what's up, man. I appreciate you listening, man. That's what's up. Appreciate you calling in and all that, man.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man. All right, I'm gonna holler at you, bro. All right.
All right, peace, bro.
All right, peace. Yo, what's going on?
Yes, why did you disconnect? I am being serious. I mean, why do you make fun of me?
This nigga.
It's not. No, it is not acceptable, sir. Okay, I do not want your information anymore. I just want an apology.
This dude, get out of here. Okay. Oh, man. These people. Why? Come on, people. Why? Stop it. But anyway. EO, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, Locario? This D calling from North Carolina.
What up, bro? What's going on with you, man?
Yeah, man. I got a question. What are your top dating apps you recommend?
Oh, for like online dating stuff?
Yeah.
I would say Tinder is the best. Tinder is like number one, like hands down.
Okay.
I would say number two might be Bumble. I'm not really a big fan of Bumble, but I would say that's like number two. No. I'll say Bumble's number three. Tinder first. Okay. OkCupid's number two. Bumble's number three. Then you got Soul Swipe is number four. Soul Swipe is like the black version of Tinder. You know what's interesting? I was on Soul Swipe, and the only chick I matched, not matched with, but the only chick I've met off of Soul Swipe was a white woman. That shit is hilarious to me. But anyway, but yeah, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, so Tinder, OkCupid, Bumble, Soul Swipe, and shit. I think those are like the four that I mostly use. You know what I'm saying? Like there's other ones called, like there's one called Happening. There's another one called what else? Hinge. But a lot of there's these other ones that's kind of goofy because it moves slow. It's like there's only a certain amount of people on there. You can't really, there's not a large base of people you can really hit up. So I would say stick to Tinder, OkCupid, and maybe Bumble, and that's it. Those are really all you really need. You feel what I'm saying? And maybe Soul Swipe if you want, if you definitely want to, fuck with the black chicks. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Yeah, man.
I got one more question. I remember, I think it was like your last stream you did. You was saying something like Tinder was acting up. You had to reset it.
Right.
Did you have to do that with the other apps?
Nah, the other apps. Nah, the other apps is working fine. It's some, I don't know what it was with Tinder where for some reason I had to redo it because I noticed that like it was like maybe 2 or 3 days that was going by and I wasn't getting no matches. So I was like, that's kind of strange to get like 2 to 3 days with the amount of swiping I was doing. So I was like, something ain't right. So there got to be something wrong with it. So then I just deleted it over and did it over because I remember this girl I was dating, she told me about that where she said she had to do hers over because it was happening with her. You feel what I'm saying? And so she said she just deleted the whole thing and then restarted it again, and then then it was working fine. Because as I restarted it, it was working fine now. So you know what I mean? So it was just you gotta sometimes it might be those little glitches. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, man. I'm glad you had said that on the stream because my Tinder was tripping too, was acting up like what it do is like for some odd reason my matches like it won't load up. It's just I go to the match and then like the little circle icon would just keep spinning.
Right.
And then my match would pop up. I was like, damn, what's going on?
Right. Yeah.
So now that I reset it, it's working fine now, and I'm getting matches.
Right. Because Tinder be acting up sometimes. When you see it be doing all those little glitchy things, you gotta redo that shit because it be on some goofy shit. But that's technology for you. You gotta like make the shit pop. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, man.
All right, well, appreciate it, man.
Definitely, bro. All right, man. I'm out at you.
All right.
Peace.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what's going on, people? Remember, guys, get How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, the ebook, hard copy, and audiobook. Also get the Bad Boy book. It's off the hook. And I'm going to be starting to write my new book next month. It's going to be fucking crazy. Yeah, what's going on?
Well, what's going on with you, Locario?
I'm chilling. Wait, who's this?
Oh, this is good. It's out of Detroit.
All right, what's popping with you?
I need a code that maybe you can break for me because I think I understood, but I'm not exactly sure. That was a chick, 29-year-old chick, cute. There's like, I ain't never fucked her or anything like that. Some sexual attention when we be dancing, different shit like that. But both times when I went out with her, where there's a bunch of other females, she always picked the prettiest girl in the room and make a little slight comment about the girl to me for whatever reason. And I just didn't understand that code or what she was trying to accomplish by that.
So you said you be out with this girl and she'd be like hating on some other chick in the room or something like that?
No, not hitting on. She was just making a comment. She picked a good looking chick that's out there and say, oh, she's dancing funny. And then the second time when I went out with her, she picked another girl. She was just straight up, oh, you want me to go over there and get her number for you? And I'm like, huh, no. I might be looking or whatever, but I'm with you. And I just found that shit kind of funny.
Yeah,
I thought I might have understood, but I didn't.
She's just showing her insecurity. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying?
That's all that
is. It's just insecurity.
Me and her dancing. Me and her dancing. It was a sexual situation, and then when I dropped her off, she kissed me on the lips, and then she hit me with that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. So I was kind of charged to the game, but I didn't. I just ain't really hunting for it.
Right. Well, she just got insecurity issues. You know what I'm saying? Now, you got to figure out if you want to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Because you can still deal with her, and sort of feed her ego if you want to. But the thing is that because you could be like, girl, ain't nobody looking at those other women. You the only fly chick in here. What you talking about? Blah blah blah. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? so but you guys gotta understand that she's she got the insecurity heavy. You feel what I'm saying? So and
they just trying to do a good job. They're just, in her case, she's just trying to conceal it real good.
Right.
But it still comes out.
Oh yeah.
And where they.
Right. So yeah, she's just hating
about that shit.
Yeah, she's just hating. So you just gotta figure out if you want to continue to deal with her, knowing that that's how she is. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
I feel that. Yeah, I
definitely,
feel.
bro.
Well, I'm probably end up trying to the game because I'm too old to be dealing with that shit.
Yeah, I feel you. Hey, fuck it.
My biggest problem. I'm be honest with you, man. My biggest problem is if I ain't fucking, I'm hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I'm with a chick.
Mm.
And it don't even get the English going right, I'm hunting. I'm hunting with her.
Right,
you know,
right.
I might have a chick with me and I'm hunting.
Right,
so,
right. Well, she ain't gonna be able to deal with that though. You feel what I'm saying? So you gonna have to know that shit. You gotta know that she ain't gonna be able to deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me and be honest with me. I mean, do women, like, even when you be with your girl, well, your situation, I guess, is a little different. But just in general, you know, any cat that's with a girl, that's with his girl, or whoever she is to him at that time, is it okay, or does it work out some type of way if he's still checking out, you know, looking at other women? Like, example, I was with this one girl. She was how old was she? 34, 35 at the time. And we was at a restaurant, an eatery, whatever, and it was two birthday parties, two different females having like birthday parties there. And again, I'm always hunting subconsciously.
Right.
So when chicks was walking by, I'm looking.
Right.
I didn't think shit about that. I'm sitting, you know, behind me is a big ass mirror. So she probably sees me looking at these women that's walking back and forth. And I think she kind of charged me after that.
Right, right.
You know, but your opinion, is it so women feel insecure if they see the dude who they with, not their man, just the dude who they with, checking out different women? Oh,
yeah. They feel that, you know, so it's like, you know, because especially if you're making it, like, blatantly obvious and shit, that's what you're doing, then, yeah, they're going to feel a certain type of way about that. Because, you know, most of these chicks are insecure anyway. So if they see you checking out another woman, they're going to feel a certain type of way about it. Now, you know, the thing is, you know, you gotta make sure that your game is on point to where you can do that and also have the chick not, you know, be on some bullshit because you're doing that. You see what I'm saying? Versus, you know what I mean? Because you want to be able, if you want to be able to do it that way, you got to be with a chick who's comfortable with you doing it that way. You understand? You know.
So go ahead.
What you were saying?
Do I need to give a direction in the beginning? Like, hey, I like, you know, hey, I'm with you, but I love women.
Yeah, let them know. That's what you're right. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you dealing with a chick, and let's say you doing that, and then she sees you doing it, and then she feels a certain type of way. You understand? You know, you could be like, listen, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to bullshit you. Like, you know, I'm very attracted to you, but, you know, I like the female form, so I might, you know, take a look now and then. Now, you know, hopefully you cool with that. If you cool with that, cool. If not, then it is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? But you want to be able to, you know what I mean? But because the thing is, you really, you know, depending on what you're trying to do, right? You really want to be with a chick who's down for what the fuck you're trying to do, because it makes everything easier. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Versus trying to switch your shit up all the way just for her. You feel what I'm saying?
I've done that.
Right.
I don't recommend any cat do that.
Right.
I've done that.
Right. Because the thing
all
is,
it does is makes it look simpish.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Because they can't respect that.
Right. Exactly. Because the thing is, and it all depends on how you're doing it. Because, like, let's say if you walking with the chick, and you see a bad chick, and you turn around and you checking her ass out, and you like, damn, and you like doing that type of shit, then I gotta understand from the girl's perspective that she's like, damn, this dude just, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's going overboard. But if you just sort of took a glance at a chick, and then the chick is acting funny about that, then that's her problem. You feel what I'm saying? Like, look, I'm just, you know, you can't stop me from looking at a chick, but if you going overboard, you know what I'm saying? Then I can understand. You see what I mean? So it all depends on that.
Going over there hollering at her.
Say that again?
But I can get literally going over there hollering at her, grabbing her hand like, hey, what's up with you?
Right. It ain't, you know, it ain't like you doing that. Like, but yeah, if you just, you know, checking her out, whatever it is, what it is. And you just gotta be able to deal with a chick who's, you know, cool enough to fucking deal with that. And that's really all it is. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know what, and I appreciate the advice on that because I think I had been subconsciously like feeling bad about that. You know, like not trying to do it, but I can't help myself.
Right, and I feel like you got to be able to communicate with the chicks. You see what I'm saying? To let them know, like, look, this is what it is. You see what I mean? So that they're prepared for that and they know that that's what it is. You see what I'm saying? So, you know.
Yeah, shit, man. I don't know why it always seemed like this. And I think it might be a subconscious thing.
Right.
But it seems like some of the baddest women be out when I be with a female.
Right.
All my life it always seemed like that. It be like, dude, where y'all be at when I be by myself?
Right.
So when I be
nah, that's how it goes.
Y'all get...
That's how it go, man. But yeah, I appreciate the call, bro, man. But yeah, keep doing you, man. Keep doing you, bro. All right? All right, please. Yeah, man. You guys got to keep doing your shit. Don't be letting these chicks, you know, trying to fucking change you because they insecure and all that dumb shit. But yeah, man. DMO Genius was popping. You said the interviews I've been dropping is good. Yeah, man. I appreciate that. I'm going to drop some more interviews, man. I'm going to drop some more soon. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Hey, this is Jay.
Hello?
Nick Swagger.
Oh, what's going on? Where you from?
Chicago.
Chicago. All right. What's popping with you?
So, I got this thing. I got this fear.
Mm-hmm.
This fear of not trusting. I don't know what it is, but I just don't trust females. Man, I don't know. I try to, but it's just like, you know, all the games, you know, the confidence tests, you know, all that stuff females like to play, you know, like to test your confidence and all that other stuff.
Right.
It's just, man, it's so cynical. It's so cynical. I don't know how to get past it. It's like, damn, I'm going through all this stuff just to prove something, just like for no reason. It's like, it's kind of, I mean, it's like, man, it's just hard. It's like figuring out a puzzle, man. It really is. But
what is it? What is it about the women that you don't trust?
Well, man, it's all of them. Honestly, I try to, you know, I even try to be more positive about it. You know, it's just I can't get over the fact of like trusting. I'm not on no gay shit. I'm not gay or anything. I'm just, you know, because most people think like that. You know, I don't know, but like. I'm just like, it's just that it's the way they act. It's not that I'm scared of the test that they give me. It's the fact that they wait until I'm comfortable around them to get the test. So that's why I really can't trust.
And what kind of test do they give you? Give me specifics. Like what give me an example of what happened where you felt like this chick.
It's like. Okay, so I see it. It's not. I don't feel like it's insecurity because I feel like I got enough. Like I have enough confidence in my opinion. You know?
Right.
But it feel like when you know, when I just see a female, for instance, I deliver food. So I'm at Red Robin's. To say, just to give you a story, I'm at Red Robin's, and then you see this. It's this lady. It's this Caucasian female, and it's just it's like it's like they crave the attention so much. It's like so fucking annoying, man. It's like they laugh, but they get to a point where they laughing. It's like, what are you trying to prove? It's like they're laughing to prove something, like, in my opinion, you know. But I don't know if it's just me being insecure from that point of view, or if it's just really realistically like how females are, you know. Should I suck it up, being more of a man? Because that's mostly what it is. But you know, everybody always telling you that, but it seems like the more you do that, the more I do that, the more I feel like I get, you know, hurt, you know.
Well, the thing is this, because, you know, I did a video like a few years ago where I was talking about, I think it's titled either "Don't Trust Women" or "Why You Shouldn't Trust Women" or some shit like that. And basically,
I've seen that.
Right, you probably saw it, but basically, like I was saying, is that, yo, you know, when it comes to trust in general, like, the reason why motherfuckers get upset and hurt and you know, feel like their trust has been betrayed or the person's trying to play them and all this other stuff is because you put unrealistic expectations on other people. You understand? And this goes to also women. This is why, and this is partly, you know, why I like being in an open relationship. So, like, personally, because the thing is, I already know that women, just in general, right? Mm-hmm. They're gonna do what they want to do. You understand what I'm saying? So, and this is just, everybody's gonna do what they want to do. So the thing is, if I'm with a girl and I say, damn, well, I trusted her that she wasn't gonna act this way, or she wasn't gonna do this, or she wasn't gonna do that, then when she does do those things, I'm gonna be all upset and shit. So what I do is that I get rid of all of that trust. Period. Like, I don't trust shit. I just say the only thing I trust is one thing. I trust that this woman's gonna do exactly what she wants to do when she wants to do it. So when she does do what she wants to do when she wants to do it, I'm not surprised. I'm like, okay, well, she's doing what the fuck she said she was gonna do, or she's doing what she feels like doing, and that's it. But see, I didn't put her in a box, because by me putting her in that box, that's setting myself up for disappointment.
You know how blue that is? I'm trying to explain. You know how blue that is, man? Mm-hmm. That's on some like just me and you type shit like that. You know how blue that is? I'm 19 years old. I'm 19 years old, just to let you know. I graduated last pretty much this year, 2017. Right. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, man, you know how blue that is? It's like everything a person ever told me about females, or all that shit they ever told me was a lie. Mm-hmm. It's like everything they told me was, it wasn't a that they never knew. It's just like, it's like, now that I'm into the real world, it's like so much stuff. It's like, why even tell us, like, why even put that, you know, expectation? Like, why don't people just be more honest like you, you know, in my opinion, you know?
That's the thing, because see, a lot of stuff you gotta unlearn, because see, and this is what happens when you learn the truth about shit. Sometimes it's almost like depressing, because you're waking up to the reality, and it's like, oh shit, this is fucked up. Because sometimes it seems fucked up, but the only reason it seems fucked up is because of how you were conditioned to believe things are supposed to be. So you believe that a woman is supposed to be this way, and that way. So when she's not that way, and you realize she's just a human being like you are, then, you know, you're like, shit, like, this is really what's going on. It's almost like this. I give it to you like this. It's like, the reason why people, or the reason why you shouldn't trust people, and not in a cynical way. It should be more in a liberating way, meaning that you say, I just trust people to do what they're going to do. Because just like, let's say if you was on a diet, right? You might be on a diet trying to lose weight, right? Then one night you're going to wake up at midnight out your sleep, and you're going to go in the fridge because you're hungry. All you're going to see is that cheesecake that your mom left over there, and you're going to be like, fuck. You know, you're like, shit, and you're gonna end up eating the cheesecake, right? So if you can't even trust yourself to stay on your diet, what makes you think you can trust another person to be what you think they're supposed to be for you? You see what I'm saying? So you can't trust yourself. How you expect to trust anybody else? You see what I mean? So you just gotta understand that people are just gonna be people, and they're gonna do what they want to do. So once you step back and say, look, I'm not trusting any of you. Right? And again, not in a cynical way, but in a liberating way. Like, look, you're free to do what you want. So when you get with a girl, always think, listen, you are free to do what the fuck you want. So when you're dealing with her and you're interacting with her, you have fun while you're with her. You're like, hey, we're going out, we're chilling, we're having fun, we're hooking up, we're having sex, whatever it is. This is cool. Now, if you decide to leave me tomorrow, whatever, you do what you need to do. Period. You understand? Now, this isn't easy to do at first, because you're coming from 19 years of conditioning of you thinking that you need this girl, or it's going to be a big deal if she leaves, or whatever it is, and all this other shit.
I didn't even tell you the kicker yet, man. I'm still a virgin.
Oh shit! See, there we go. See you.
Tell me. I didn't even tell you the kicker, but you know, I don't. But that's to show you that I feel like that's confidence, because nobody else will tell you that.
Right. No, and it's good. It's good that it's good that you understanding this now. The earlier you understand this shit, the better. You understand? Because the thing is, if you know, understanding that you're dealing with these girls, and you got to understand you can't put them on a pedestal. Don't look at them like they're special. You feel what I'm saying? You know, like you don't gotta treat them bad, but you don't gotta treat them all perfect. You just do you. You understand? Because the thing is, trust me, these girls are out here doing them. When you get with a girl and y'all exchange numbers and you text her and she don't feel like calling you back, that's her doing her. When you supposed to see her on a date and she flakes on you, that's her doing her, right? When you see a girl and y'all hang out, y'all making out, and she's kissing you, that's her doing her. You understand? So you got to do you. You feel what I mean? And you doing you is, look, I want to have sex with this girl. I'm going to let her know I want to have sex with her. If she ain't trying to have sex with me, peace the fuck out. You feel what I'm saying? Forget all of this. Oh, she acted like she wanted to see me and we had a cool time last time and I trusted that she was going to call me and meet me. Fuck all of that shit. You see what I'm saying? The more realistic you get about the game, the more you're going to enjoy the game and the more success you're going to have. So what you got to understand is it's not about trusting. It's really just more so about being in the moment with the chicks and just letting the shit be. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. 100%. One of my friends I knew for a long time told me the same thing. But the question is, now that, I'm at this point now, I'm at this point, I'm like, man, do I just, like, say, because, man, I honestly, like, to be honest with you, this is why I stop. This is what I really need you to help with. This is my last question, hopefully. But pretty much, it gets to this point where, where I don't really care. Like, I don't really care for that shit because I'm like, I never thought I never really like because I'm coming from like teenage years. Like I had like girlfriends. You feel me? Like I dated females before. It just first it starts off like this. It starts off like, oh, okay, she coming up to me. She interested in me. I'm like, okay, I get to like the shorty out of nowhere. I just started liking the shorty, but ain't like she up or anything. She decent, she decent. You feel me? I'm like she's an 8. You feel me? To be honest, she's a 8.5. Let's say that. You feel me? Or 7.5 or whatever.
Right.
So and that's all my girlfriends. All my girlfriends. So it just happened with like I would say like 3 times. All girls, they come up to me and they they want to get a relationship with me. So I get in a relationship. And you feel me? And, and I actually, it's not that I'm like, oh, they like me, oh, I automatically like them on some insecure shit. It's like, oh, shit, she not half bad. Let me just hear them, real quick.
Are you getting with them because you want to get with them, or you getting with them just because you feel like you should, or just because they're there? Like, why are you making them your girlfriends?
Well, no, they bad, and I'm like, damn, I'm not really, I'm not paying it. What I was trying to say is, it's hard for me. I wasn't really paying attention to them,
right? Because
I wasn't paying attention to females at all until like I don't know, out of nowhere, I just started like, damn, I need me, get to have some sex,
right? And what happened in those situations though? How long you were with one of, like, when was the longest time you was with any one of these chicks?
Longest time was like 9 months.
Wait, so you was with a chick for 9 months and ain't no sex happen?
Ain't nothing happened. Yeah, ain't nothing happened, man. At all.
So
yeah, hey, man.
So wait, hold on. So you were in sexual situations with these girls and nothing happened?
Multiple times, like at least over a dozen.
And how old were these girls? They was your age, right?
Say about 16. We all like 16. 16, 17.
Okay. So if you were that young, I could understand. But I thought you were talking about now when you're 19, that you was with another 19-year-old and y'all were together for 9 months and ain't nothing happened.
Peep this. This is what I was like. This is just I'm just trying to see what would you like think that my problem, like what you think that it is that within the the process of happening. What do you think that it is that I did that could make these? So pretty much out of nowhere, like in my opinion, this is how I see it. And it's not like this. I'm just trying to hurry up because I know more people want to ask more questions. But it's like so pretty much I got more attracted to them, and then they was withdrawing from me, and I was getting closer to them. So it's like I'm getting more attracted to them. But if that shit happened like 3 times, I'm like, damn, man. So after that, I was like, let me just get out of a relationship, and ever since then, I don't know how long. Like like a year ago.
See what you need. This is what I would suggest you do. This is what I would suggest you do at this point, right? Forget about the whole girlfriend boyfriend thing, right? We say that again?
That's why I'm calling you.
Right. So forget about the whole girlfriend boyfriend shit for now. If the girlfriend boyfriend shit happens, it should happen organically through you just hanging out and hooking up with girls. You understand? So what you should do at this point is when you meet girls, you understand what I'm saying? You hang out with them, you chill with them, and then you try to have sex with them. You see what I'm saying? Forget all the boyfriend, girlfriend shit. Try to have some sex with these girls. Have some sex with them. So you go over their crib, you bring them over your crib, whatever, you know, and you do the do. Now, after you have sex with them, then if the girl is feeling you and you feeling her like that, then you could talk about and you know all that boyfriend girlfriend type of stuff if you want. But the thing is, you're so young that you don't really need to even be worrying about all that boyfriend girlfriend shit.
I'm not. It's just that's pretty much the definition. That's what I'm talking about. That's the stage that I came out of. You know, now you just give me this, you know, guidance, you know, where I should go next. You know, because I don't know. Honestly, in my love life, you know, quote unquote, I don't got one right at this moment. You know, it would be nice, but you know, it just is just some free time, you know, type shit. I seen you on YouTube, man. I'm a fan of your shit, man.
Right. I'm just saying, dude. I'm just telling you, dude. All you need to do is start talking to a whole bunch of chicks. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And flirt with all these girls and start hooking up with them. Forget. Don't even call it your love life. Call it your hookup life right now. You feel what I'm saying? Like hooking up. You trying to hook up with these chicks. You see what I mean? And so the thing is though is that since you're a virgin and since you haven't got as much experience, I would say you need to put yourself out there and talk to as many girls as you can and try to hook up with them. And at the same time, you need to start studying the game heavy. You understand? Not just with me. Watch as many videos from other dudes, other people. Get some books. Read them joints. You feel what I'm saying? All of that stuff. Go to my site. I have a program called Master Approaching Women in 30 Days or Less. It's $7. It's like
don't swear like that, man. Don't make it seem like I ain't no square like that.
No. It's not. No, it's not about that. See, no. This is what I'm saying. It's not about that. It's not about that. You got to understand. It's not about being a square, this and this and that. The fact that you understand, you went through certain shit. You're 19. You're still a virgin or whatever. What I want you to understand is I want you to understand that you are at a turning point now because you've recognized what's really going on. Just like you said, you like, yo, I feel like I've been lied to my whole life or whatever. Now you see what's really going on, or you're starting to see what's really going on. So therefore, now that you're seeing what's going on and now you're starting to see what the deal is, you have to really study this shit. You got to see what the fuck is really going on, because what you want to do is you want to put yourself out there at the same time while you're studying what's going on. You want to start talking to girls at the same time while you're studying on how to talk to girls. You want to start hooking up with chicks or try to hook up with chicks at the same time while you're learning how to hook up with these girls. You know what I mean? So you want to do everything all at once so that you're getting the real life experience of doing the thing, but also you have the reference experience of the actual, stuff. You feel what I'm saying?
100%.
So, yeah, man, just, keep me posted, man. Let me know what's popping with you. You feel what I'm saying?
100%. And where can I reach you at? Just on this number whenever you got a live stream?
Yeah, I do this every Friday from 3 to 5, but also during the week periodically, usually on Wednesdays. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah,
all
man.
right, thank you, sir.
All right, bro. Peace.
All right, have a nice night.
Later. Yeah, man. Well, I wanted to ask you guys, where are all of you people from? Because I'm trying to set up this tour thing. So, in the chat room, let me know what cities and states y'all in, man. Because I want to go to the cities and states that got the most people trying to get the shit popping, so I can come out and meet you guys, and we can get it going. So, you know, let me know or email me. Let me know where you from. All that other shit. Yeah, what's going on? Yo.
Yo, what's up, Locario?
What's poppin'? What's going on? Who's this?
Yo, it's the Joe from Tennessee calling in again.
Alright, what's poppin' with you?
Shit, not much, man. I need your help on a little something over here, though.
Alright, what's going on?
Yo, I've been studying the game for a minute, but, you know, I was trying to, for 2018, I'm trying to change the game and do things a little differently to see if I can step my game up. So, I ran into a couple of chicks, like, I met online or whatever, and, all the signs that they really into me, or they really, you know, in my lane, or they trying to follow me is a go. You know, I got a green light on everything, but I mean, they willing to come eat ice cream or whatever on the date, but they tell me up front, I just want to be a friend. So I mean,
so you saying?
I mean, they'll be friends, but I mean, they just complying with every damn thing I say. It's like if I say the sky's blue, they say yeah, the sky's blue. I'm like, but you only want to be a friend. Like that's more than a friend. Like they just so compliant. Like I mean, in that situation, what would you do? Like would you just?
Well, first of all,
when y'all looking for a man, you need to hit me up.
Right. Well, first of all, you gotta decline all that friendship shit heavy. You feel what I'm saying? Like there should be no question that you're trying to be intimate with this chick. So you know, if she's talking that friend stuff, be like, listen, you got my number, so holler back at me when you trying to do something, right? Or if you chilling with her and you should be flirting with her, and if she's like, oh, she can do this, we're just friends. Okay, well, listen, you got my number. Holler at me when you trying to make something happen. Like you gotta be so strong on your stance so that she knows the only way she can deal with you is through the sexual relationship. You understand? Because what you're doing now is that you're giving her, you're basically giving her permission to be on that friend zone shit with you. You see what I'm saying? By you being there. Right? You gotta, a lot of times you gotta let these chicks know, like, look, it's either put up or shut up. It's either yes or no. You understand? No in between. And so that's what you gotta let them know. Because the thing is, you don't want them to get too comfortable with the whole friends thing. This is why from the beginning, you gotta let them know what it is. You see what I'm saying? Because either she's gonna be fucking with you on some sex shit, or she's just not gonna fuck with you at all. Because there's not going to be any type of real benefit for you to just be friends with her. Now, there are benefits to being friends with chicks, and that's a whole nother story in a different context. But in this situation, no. You feel what I'm saying? There's no benefit because all the time you're hanging out with her, you know you trying to fuck with her, and she knows you trying to fuck with her. So it's not, you know, it's not really a friendship. Damn, my throat is crazy right now. But yeah, so just you gotta cut that friend shit out the way. So I would tell you right now, just like whenever, as soon as possible, hit her ass up and be like, listen, you know, I've been thinking we can't do this friend shit, right? Because I'm trying to make shit pop with you, and I know you're trying to make shit pop with me. So listen, let's cut the bullshit and let's make something happen. And if she's like, oh no, but this and this and that, I don't. Okay, cool. Well, listen, you got my number. Holla at me when you're ready to, you know, make this happen. It's that simple. It's that simple. You got to be willing to lose her, you know, with this type of information. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it just tripping me out because they're so compliant. I mean, they give you all the time, like, damn, you know, they want to hook up, but they want to be like, okay, well, I'm working on me. We can be friends.
Well, then tell them. No. This is you. If they say they working on themselves, be like, cool, that's cool. I like that. I like that you working on yourself. Work on yourself over there. Once you done working on yourself, you got my number. Holla at me when you're ready to make this happen. You see what I'm saying? That's it.
Right. So I don't need to show her no attention. I just need to wait when she stops working on her, and when she comes over here, I want to make shit happen.
Exactly, right? Because this is what you got to understand. Women get validation through attention. So if you're giving her the attention through being friends with her, she has no incentive to do anything beyond being friends with you. You see what I'm saying? So if she has any sort of attraction to you, right? If she wants to see you and interact with you, she knows that she has to be able to see you and interact with you only with the, you know, the knowledge that you and her are going to be intimate together. Because when you take away the friendship thing, all she has left, if she wants to see you and hang out with you, is that she has to get with you in that way. And if she's not trying to get with you in that way, either it's going to be a win-win for you, because if she gets with you, you fuck with her and everything's cool. If she doesn't get with you, then it's cool also, because now you don't have to waste time chilling with her, knowing she's going to be on some attention whore shit, just trying to be on some friend zone stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know.
Okay, that's real talk, man. Like, I definitely don't want to waste no time. It's just, like, confusing because they're so compliant. Like, if I text them, they text right back. You know.
Yeah, because and the reason, but see, that's the thing. The reason why they're compliant is because, again, you're giving her what she wants, which is the attention. So she's getting all the attention without having to do anything else. You see what I'm saying? Because the thing is, the reason why she's so compliant is because she knows that she's getting attention from you, and all she's going to get, she's getting all the stuff she wants as far as attention without having to give up or the feeling of giving up sex. You see what I'm saying? Because sometimes what it is that a woman wants to see how much attention she can get without having to have sex with you. Like, for example, there's a girl that I did this I did a audio program with years ago, and it's on my website for women, and it's basically a audio program that teaches women how to get guys to give them gifts and money and all this other stuff, right? So this girl I'm talking to on the audio program, she was talking to this guy for 2 years, right? Never had sex with him. And this dude was paying her rent. He was taking her on trips. He was doing all this extra shit for her. And she never fucked this guy. You understand what I'm saying? He would talk to her on the phone for hours, do all this other extra shit. And he was feeling her, but she never fucked him. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is, she was compliant. So he would call her, she would answer the phone. He'd hit her up, she'd respond to him. She's doing all that shit. But it's because he's giving her all that attention without her having to do anything. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, right. They're compliant, but you gotta.
They might like you. They might like you, but as long as if they want attention, they'll be compliant because they just want their attention.
Right. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. And so you want her to be compliant with her actually wanting to fuck you and actually being in a situation where she's trying to sexually, be in a sexual situation with you. That's the type of compliance you really want. Not no friendship. Oh, I'm trying to figure things out and let's just be friends and let's just be cool. None of that bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? None of that stuff. So,
Right. So I'm going to hit this bitch's back and say, look, y'all too sexy to be friends. Like, you need to hit me up when you start working on you.
Right, exactly. Pretty much. That's really all it is. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is, man. So yeah, don't be getting caught up in this friend zone shit, bro. You feel me?
I'm not. No, sir.
Yeah, man. Crazy. So yeah, man. So do that. Keep me posted, and let me know what it is. All right.
All right. Appreciate it.
Peace, bro. All right, people. Listen. I am about to get up out of here, man, because I gotta do a few more things. But I appreciate everybody chilling with your boy, and I was checking out all the spots you guys are at in the chat room, you're saying you guys are from Texas, Chicago, fucking Jersey. Y'all all over the place. Damn. I gotta figure this shit out. I gotta do some shit where people could get, you know. So like, let's say if I do a joint in, you know, I'm gonna do a joint in New York. So if you're in Jersey, you're gonna have to travel your ass to New York or something. Or, you know, I know I'm gonna do something in Florida. So, you know, if you're near Florida, if you're in Florida, near Florida, try to get your ass over there. But I'm gonna let you guys know all of the stuff that's popping off. You feel what I'm saying? But yo, I appreciate you guys chilling with me. I definitely appreciate it. Let me shout out the room real quick. We got Youngboy 24, Enoch Jackson, Sean Dell, Ellie Empire, Trav, Jermaine Jones up in the building, Chris Martinez, Jamaican Pepper, Johnny Quest, Khalil Darth Tyus. Who else we got up in here? Real Deal is up in the building. Who else we got? Moving in Silence, shout out to you. NFD, shout out to you. Jason Tate was popping. Zachary was good. Who else we had up in here? Who else is up in the building? GM 6 and Derek Richardson. Oh, you guys are from like mad different places. Palm Beach. Y'all said Des Moines, Vegas. I want to come out to Vegas too. Vegas, I need to go out there. All right, who else we had in the building? J-Raw, DMO Genius. A lot of people up in this piece, man. Female Pimp. Ed J. So, man, I appreciate every last one of you guys who was chilling with me, doing all that other stuff. Make sure you guys get the book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, audiobook, ebook, and hard copy. Make sure you get that. Make sure you guys get the Bad Boy book. Make sure you go to Patreon, patreon.com/Mr. Locario to join the Patreon so you can hear all of the Bad Boy Show episodes, all right? So, man, yo, I'm out of here, people. You guys have a good night. I will see you on, we're going to do another live one on Friday. And I will see you guys soon. All right. So y'all have a good night. I will talk to you later. Peace. I'm out. Later.